There's different types of unconscious bias, that exist in this world, right? So for me, in the different list of biasness that you might actually encounter or you yourself projecting, there's two that are very, very significant when it comes to personal brand. The first one is what we call affinity bias. Statistically, this is the most common one. What does this mean? This means people like people who help them like themselves or tend to be like themselves. That means you tend to hang out with individuals that are more similar, in terms of perhaps outlook, background, principles, or even likes and dislikes. So that is what affinity bias means. The second type of unconscious bias that's very existing in this world is non-verbal bias, which is what I feel is the most avoidable bias. And this has a lot to do with body language. Sometimes, example, right, a very simple one, someone who is who likes dragging their feet when they're walking, right, is oftentimes perceived as being laid back or lazy. Now, that's not might not necessarily be true about that individual, but you feel that way because it is a non-verbal bias. That is why a lot of people focus much of their efforts in, inculcating good body language, because sometimes just the way how you are without saying anything, could already give off a very different perception to someone, right? So that's why, in this poster here, you see sometimes it's not what you say that matters, it's what you don't say. So that's why I feel that non-verbal bias is always the most, the type of unconscious bias that is the most avoidable among all. All right.